of the Reject Nation? It's me, Tara Erickson, alongside this guy. I know his name. What is it?
Andrew Flash Gordon.
Is that your middle name, Flash?
It's just a nickname that somebody's brother on this channel gave me.
God, I missed out on all of that. I thought it was his actual middle name, and it would have made me like him more. Listen, today we're going to watch Shutter Island. We have never seen it. All I know is it's got Leo DiCap in it, and I'm down for that. Leave a like, leave a comment, and also don't forget to ring the bell. Ring the bell. And if you haven't joined Patreon, we call you super sexy over there, and you can sync up with your own copy and watch Shutter Island with me and Andrew. Andrew is a book of references. I am not, so he'll make a lot of those. I won't. I'll just be, I don't know, doing Tara stuff, I guess. Also, Greg and John have exclusive watch-alongs and highlights over there on Patreon. So you just get over there, become super sexy. You know the deal. Listen, are you ready to watch this, Andrew?
Oh, I'm so excited. Let's
ready,
do it.
Right? I'm already liking the music.
Oh,
it's a
foggy.
A boat.
It was so foggy yesterday, too.
Pull yourself together, Teddy. Pull yourself together.
Oh, God, seasickness.
It's just water. It's a lot of water.
He's like, I was already on water in Titanic. I know how this works. I don't want to be here.
Also, Mike, you have seasickness, right? You're not just afraid of water? I guess we'll find out.
Hey, it's the Hulk.
Look at him.
Mark Ruffalo.
He looks so handsome in the shot.
You're my new partner. That's right. How long you been with the Martians? 4 years. What about you? You got a girl? Married? I was.
Oh, he's wearing that tie today.
Oh, Michelle Williams.
She died.
Aw.
There was a fire at the apartment building while I was at work. 4 people died. It was the smoke that got her, not the fires.
That's a good observation on the tie. I didn't even notice.
Give you a briefing about the institution before you left. All I know is it's a mental hospital. Well, if it's just folks running around hearing voices and chasing after butterflies, they wouldn't need us.
Oh, getting onto the island quickly.
All right.
We are wasting no time.
The island of the insane.
The other side of the island is rock bluffs, all the way down to the edge of the water. The dock. It's the only way on or off.
Love it.
Hey, the scope of it is, but also the isolation too. So eerie.
It makes it feel, very like spooky and ominous.
I'm Deputy Warden McPherson, gentlemen. Welcome to Shutter Island. I'll be the one taking you up to Ashcliff.
This music is really setting us up.
Yeah. Wow.
Whoa, that's an
incredible
awesome
shot. Yeah. You know, this would be a perfect place for a haunted house, I feel like.
Yeah, everybody's just got to shuttle on a
Yeah. Take the boat to the
boat
island.
for 3 hours to get there.
I would do it. Hell
I
yeah.
would do it too.
Electrified perimeter. How can you tell? Seen something like it before.
Is Ward A, the male ward. Ward B, the female ward, is the one on your left. Ward C, the most dangerous patients are housed there. Admittance to Ward C is forbidden without the written consent and physical presence of both myself and Dr. Cawley. You are hereby required to surrender your firearms.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah. What? Why? I mean, they probably have more training than the federal penitentiary guys. Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
When did she escape?
I'm afraid Dr. Cawley will have to fill you in on the situation.
Whoa. She looks haunted on the inside. Yep.
Hey, Ben Kingsley.
Oh, I didn't know he was in this.
2 Marvel actors here, the Hulk and Trevor Slattery.
Female prisoner.
Patient.
Rachel Solando.
Last night, between 10 and midnight,
She considered dangerous?
she killed all 3 of her children.
Oh, the most dangerous of all.
One by one, held their heads under till they died.
Then she brought them back inside and arranged them round the kitchen table. She ate a meal there before a neighbor dropped by.
Oh my God.
And what about the husband?
He died on the beaches at Normandy. She's a war widow. She starved herself when she first came here. She insisted the children weren't dead.
Oh.
Oh my God, I love her. Emily Mortimer.
Yeah. Wait, was that who he saw in the contacts?
No.
Today I'm a little more prone to seasickness.
Ah, dehydration. In that case, you're quite right. The simpler, the better.
Oh, thanks so much.
Rachel? Sue believes the children are alive.
Ah.
To sustain the delusion that her children never died, she's created an elaborate fictional structure, and she gives us all parts to play in that fiction.
Jeez.
I should start trying that out in real life.
That's elaborate.
We don't know how she got out of her room. It was locked from the outside, and the only window's barred.
I'd ask about surveillance, but this is 54, so...
She's a witch.
How many pairs of shoes are the patients given?
2 pairs.
She left here barefoot?
Dig her way out like Alcatraz style. Oh. Who is 67?
Think it's just random scribblings?
Oh, Rachel's smart. This paper could be important.
Excuse me, doctor.
This is evidence.
It's a clue.
Last night, there were 7 men sitting at the base of those stairs playing stud poker. Yet somehow Rachel managed to slip past them.
Sounds like a conspiracy.
We're gonna need to speak with the staff.
Yeah, I feel like they killed her.
Common room after dinner. If you have any further questions, feel free to join the deputy warden in the search.
This location's incredible, though.
Yeah.
It's 11 miles to the nearest land, and the water's freezing. Current was strong last night. She'd have drowned, have been crushed on the rocks, and her body would have washed back up on shore.
I'm loving all these like crane shots.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
The cinematography is great so far.
Who else does she have to pass to get down here?
Me.
Oh, he was in Jack Reacher.
And you were at your post all night?
Yeah, but I didn't see a thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's lying.
He's looking down when he answered the question.
Tell me the truth.
I maybe went to the bathroom.
Miss Solander was put in her room for lights out. Does anyone here know what she did before that?
She was in a group therapy session.
Anything unusual occur?
This is a mental institution. Usual isn't a big part of our day.
Good point.
You were there. Was there a doctor present?
It's Dr. Sheehan led the discussion. He's Rachel's primary, the psychiatrist who directly oversees her care.
Have we not met him yet?
I don't think so.
We're gonna need to speak with
Yeah.
Dr. Sheehan.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
What?
He left on the ferry this morning.
A dangerous patient has escaped, and you let her primary doctor leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a ferry.
The doctor and her are doing the juice. He took her away, maybe.
I wonder if she escaped on that ferry.
Hello? Anybody there?
All communication on the island down?
Down, all the lines.
Yeah.
Great plan. Like, afraid of the rain. It's going to shut down communication. She happens to be very smart.
But I'll be having drinks and a cigar at my house around 9.
We can talk then, right?
We have been talking, Marshal.
He's got some kind of sinister vibe about him,
Yeah,
Ben
like
Kingsley.
he's hiding a secret. Right?
Yeah.
Gotta say, I'm thinking I got in the wrong line of public service.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Where do I sign up to be a psychiatrist?
Nice music. Who is that, Brahms? It's Mahler.
Forgive me, gentlemen, my colleague, Dr. Jeremiah Nyring.
Quartet for piano and string.
Oh, Max von Sydow. We saw him in Exorcist.
Yes.
Your profession, doctor, psychiatry.
Yes.
I always heard it was overrun with boozers and drunks.
Not that I've noticed.
As he's drinking.
What's that? Iced tea in your glass
Yeah.
there?
Excellent, Marshal. You have outstanding defense mechanisms.
Don't you dare analyze me.
I feel like that doctor who was just the exorcist guy was
Yeah.
is like brought him in for a reason.
It's not much of a stretch, Doc. For all you know, we're both paper pushers over there.
No, you are not.
Oh, boy. That's a lot
whoa.
of red and ledger.
Huh.
I had a feeling that's where we were going here. Yeah.
And who raced you?
Me? Wolves.
Ah. Very impressive defense mechanisms.
Yeah.
Oh.
Normally I'd have sympathy, but, you know,
Right?
he's the N-word, so not at all. Evil soul. Oh, boy. Yes, delete him. Delete him right now, please.
Yeah.
As a Jew, you may delete him.
Or just let him do it himself, right? Or you could just let him bleed out, maybe.
Yeah,
That could be
fun. Let him just wallop in pain.
Nice.
Yeah, you be in pain, sir.
Yeah.
Despicable being.
You ever seen a death camp doctor? Konzentrationslager. Ihr Englisch ist sehr gut, fast perfekt. His English really is very good. You hit the consonants a tad hard, though.
Oh.
Is he Zeman?
We're gonna need those files on Sheehan and the rest of the staff as well.
Out of the question.
Bullshit out of the question! Who the hell is in charge here anyway, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna file our reports and we're gonna hand it over to
Hoover's boys.
Hoover's boys, that's right. We're taking the ferry back in the morning.
If they make it there.
Love Leo's temper.
We haven't heard the truth once yet, Chuck. Listen, Rachel Solando didn't slip out of a locked cell barefoot without any help.
No crap.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if she did get help, why did they call it in and then like...
Right. I'm curious about that.
What
Maybe
is-
it's to get the psychiatrist that helps her. Like, maybe the psychiatrist messed up too, and they're trying to like put it on her.
I'm very curious how this
Because like, why is
gets
he
resolved.
gone?
Yeah.
I found a whole stack of these, Teddy. Jesus, are you ever sober anymore?
Killed a lot of people.
He's got major PTSD.
Is that why you drink?
It's not why I drink. I just like it.
Yeah.
You real?
Amen.
No. She's still here.
Who?
Oh, Emily Mortimer?
She never left.
Oh, that's an awesome shot.
Yeah,
What
these shots
the
are
F?
incredible.
That's beautiful.
Remember when we stayed in the cabin in the summer, Teddy? We were so happy. She's here. You can't leave.
What?
Oh.
I'm not gonna leave. I love you so much.
Oh.
You have to wake up.
Wow.
Wow.
This is a beautiful work of art in regards to how they're shooting this.
You have to face that. But she is. So is he.
Who?
Laeddis.
Please, I need to hold on.
Aw.
Wow.
Oh. Wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how did that happen?
Great. They're not going to be able to get out of there
I was
now.
gonna say, are
Yeah,
they
the
gonna be able
storm.
to leave?
There's no way.
She was so sweet, but you could see it in her eyes. She liked to be naked, to suck.
Ah,
What?
I did not expect that.
She drowned her kids. This is a sick world we live in, I'll tell you that. You know what? They should be gassed.
Oh, boy.
The nurse, you kill your own kid, gas the bitch.
Oh, this Shutter Island is getting worse and worse with every word.
That nurse, maybe she had kids, huh? A husband. Just trying to make ends meet, a normal life.
Nails on a chalkboard for him, yeah.
Could you stop that? Please? Please! Stop! You know a patient named Andrew Laeddis? Do you? No! I want to go back. Come on.
Leo's just got this intensity.
He
It's
really just...
so good.
Yeah. The second he gets stopped, when he pulled back, got it so great.
You seem quite normal.
The difference is most people don't kill their husbands with an axe. If a man beats you and half the women he sees, and no one will help you.
He had it coming.
I mean, sir.
And Dr. Sheehan was there that night.
Yes, he talked about anger.
What's he like?
He reminds me of my husband.
Okay, nice.
Did he ever make a pass at you?
No, Dr. Sheehan's a good doctor. He would never. Could I have a glass of water, please?
No problem.
I feel like maybe this milkman, delivery man, whatever, is like a made up line that they tell him to say.
don't know what she wrote.
Did you ever meet a patient named Andrew Laeddis?
Never heard of it.
Oh, God. Like, they're all lying, but why?
Requested it specifically, you understand? Why? Andrew Laeddis is the maintenance man in the apartment building where my wife and I live.
What?
Okay.
He's also a firebug. Andrew Laeddis lit the match that caused the fire that killed my wife.
Oh, that changes things.
About a year ago, I opened up the paper, and there he is. He burned down a schoolhouse, killed 2 people. He said voices told him to do it. First he went to prison, then he got transferred here.
Oh.
Pretty sure he's not in Ward B. That leaves Ward C.
Oh, he could be dead.
So could Rachel Solando, for that matter.
A lot of places to hide a body here.
Only one place no one would really notice.
Are they going into Ward C?
Bridget Kern, when she sent me for water, she said something to you back there, didn't she?
No.
She didn't technically say anything.
Yeah. She wrote it down. Okay. God, this wind and this rain, I don't know how they shot it because it looks
It's
so
convincing.
real.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we don't get this type of weather here, but...
Right. Ah! Oh, my goodness.
Wow. But yeah, no, it really does look convincing.
Yeah.
It's like the war.
What is...
When we got through the gates at Dachau, the SS guards surrendered. The commandant tried to kill himself before we got there, but he botched it. Took him an hour to die.
Oh, that was his own. Okay. Got it. That makes sense.
When I went outside, I saw all the bodies on the ground.
I've seen so many history videos. It's terrible.
Oh, God. The worst thing.
That would give you
Imaginable.
such PTSD to have witnessed that horror on top of actually
having
being in war too,
yeah.
just
Terrible.
for survival.
The guards surrendered. We took their guns. We lined them up.
Normally, I'm for taking prisoners, but in this case, I'm.
Yeah, you're like, bye-bye now.
Yeah,
you
see
all
ya.
die.
Like, yeah.
Like, what kind of effed up world are we living in that you thought that would be okay? Yeah, well.
I mean,
Wow, what an insane shot.
I mean, yeah, it was amazing. Y'all took the lives of millions of innocent men, women, and children. So it's like,
Starved them.
yeah, hard to have sympathy on y'all.
You think that's going on here? Like I said, no one would talk, right? Till I found somebody who used to be a patient here. Guy's name is George Noyce. Nice college kid. Socialist.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
He almost beats his professor to death.
Wow.
Ends up here in Ashcliffe. Ward C.
Oh, boy.
So what are you really here to do, Ted? I'm gonna get the proof. I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna blow the lid off this place.
Are you able to get off this place?
Waiting for a chance to get out here, and then suddenly they need a U.S. Marshal. I got lucky. There was a patient escape. It was the perfect excuse.
No. The world doesn't work that way. They got an electrified fence around a septic facility.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
they knew who you were before getting in here, right?
Everything about this place stinks of government ops. What if they wanted you here?
Bullshit.
You were asking questions.
Bullshit.
Oh.
There's no way they could have known I'd be assigned to this case. There's no way.
Well, you were looking into them, they were looking into you. All they had to do was fake an escape to get you here, and now they have you. Now they have us both.
It's a conspiracy.
Marshal, are you out here? This is Deputy Ward McPherson.
That's a great shot.
In the middle of the ocean during a hurricane, a lot of flooding seems like a distinct possibility.
It's a gamble, Stephen. Say the power fails.
There's a backup generator.
And if that goes, the cell doors will open.
Oh, boy.
24 human beings.
I put all 42 in wards A and B in manual restraints as well.
Said you had no idea what that second line could refer to.
Who is 67?
24 patients. And 42 patients. A total of what, 66 patients at this facility.
One's missing?
Well, it seems to me Rachel Solando is suggesting that you have a 67th patient, Doctor.
Didn't McPherson tell you the good news? Rachel's been found.
What?
What?
So who's the 67th patient? Hey.
I love her so much.
I know, but
she's so good. But she's there. She
it's
is.
so anticlimactic. Like,
I know.
So what?
It's gotta be the German doctor guy.
There's been a sighting of a known communist subversive in this area passing out literature. If you could tell us what you did yesterday, where you were.
I made breakfast for Jim and the children, packed Jim's lunch, and he left. And I sent the children off to school. And then I decided to take a long swim in the lake. After that.
What?
This is getting dark.
I thought of you.
Huh?
Don't you know how lonely I've been, Jim?
Is she mistaking him for her husband?
How am I supposed to survive?
God. I'm so sorry, but everything's gonna be all right.
I buried you. I buried an empty casket. Your body rained down, lumps of flesh splashing into the sea, eaten by sharks. My Jim's dead, so who the f*** are you?
Oh.
No idea how she got out, but I'm gonna have to ask you to go down into the basement. There's food, water, and cots.
Are they poisoning him? Like, why does he keep getting these headaches?
So goddamn bright, isn't it?
Are you having a migraine?
What's wrong with him?
Take these, Marshal. A couple of hours, you'll be as clear as a bell.
What's wrong with him?
He's having a migraine. Imagine someone sawed open your head.
Yeah, it's right in the back of the head.
Make sure the meds are locked up. Make sure everything's okay more than me.
Is he being put in with the patients?
Is it? Because was there flooding?
Who is that?
Him? That's the ward.
They're just meeting the warden now.
Right. What is going on here?
This is some weird
Yeah.
conspiracy.
It looks like an ex-military prick, huh?
You know what? I ain't gonna argue with you on that one.
I mean, you're right. It does feel like he's
And
been drugged.
Right? Like, all these things are happening. I feel like Mark Ruffalo had a really good point. And also, where's that psychiatrist that went away on the ferry that day?
Nothing makes sense right now.
This music with the way this is. Oh. Yep.
This music is freaking me out.
Yeah, it's like giving me underlying anxiety the way that it's done.
Yeah.
You don't know when that dumbbell's gonna come up.
You should have saved me. You should have saved all of us.
Does he feel some sort of, I mean, I know he feels, I would assume he feels some kind of guilt that he couldn't save his wife in the fire, but I mean, does he feel that in the war too?
I feel like with his flashbacks, the way he talks about it, I feel like he...
Hey, Elias Cotiers, Casey Jones, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, sir. Great actor.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, that's the actor who, or the character of
his wife.
Yeah. That is some crazy makeup.
No hard feelings, right? No hard feelings.
Don't trust that man with fire.
Does that man even exist?
Right now, this is what, a dream or all in his head?
I feel like it's all in his head. It's like the flashback
Clock's
of his
ticking, my
wife,
friend.
right? Yeah.
We're running out of time.
Whoa, did you see that?
Holy junk. How the smoke...
Yeah, went back
Yes.
in. Ah!
I could get into trouble.
Oh my God. This is so hard to look at. I know it's not real, but still.
I'm so sorry.
Why didn't you save me?
But by the time I got there, it was too late.
Oh.
That is one freaky nightmare. Is it his wife?
Who the hell is this? Oh.
His wife?
Yeah.
So he woke up to that.
You need to find him and you kill him dead.
backup generators failed. The whole place has gone crazy.
Oh, God.
Christ. Dan, relax. Nope.
Oh, so okay, so they got released,
and all the doors opened.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'd be asking for my weapon back.
The whole electrical system is fried.
Feels all Jurassic Park-esque.
Yeah, right?
Nice day for a stroll, don't you think? Towards sea, for example.
Maybe we'll run into Andrew Laeddis.
Oh, that's a good point. They might run into him.
We got most of the Bugsies locked down now, but some of them are still loose. And if you see one, don't try to restrain them yourselves. These will kill you.
Oh, if he runs into that guy, he's not going to try and restrain him. He's going to do something else to him.
Yeah.
God, the atmosphere they've created in this movie, it's
great. I keep thinking, like, why has nobody done a Shutter Island haunted house?
Seriously.
Like, that
missed
would be
opportunities so
such
far.
an experience.
Oh, yeah.
I can feel him.
Tag, you're it.
That's a fun game,
Yeah.
but probably just not.
No, it's too dark. Oh, God.
Losing him in the shadows.
Tag, you're it. Oh, that was good
That
timing.
was like, you were like so in sync. I was like, have you seen this? How did you get that so in line?
I took a wild guess.
I don't want to leave here, all right? We hear things here about atolls, about H-bomb tests. You know how a hydrogen bomb works? Other bombs explode, right? It implodes, creating an explosion to the thousandth, the millionth degree.
Whoa.
Catch them, not kill them.
He jumped us.
I mean, to be fair, it was technically self-defense.
Yeah, I mean, the guy was in a headlock for like a good 5 minutes, had him there.
Yeah, he didn't like just
No.
jump all of a sudden on him and start beating him.
I mean, that guy could have killed him. The sound design in this is like, whoa.
Running out of match.
Oh!
Laeddis?
That's pretty damn funny.
Is it him?
Let me see your goddamn face now!
What? So you can lie to me more? This isn't about the truth.
Yes, it is. It's about exposing the truth.
It's about you!
I don't think it's him.
I was incidental. I'll weigh in.
Oh, Jackie Earle Haley?
George Norris, you can't be here.
You like it?
Who did this to you, George?
You did.
Tell me how they got you here.
They knew. The whole plan. This is a game. I'm not investigating anything.
Oh, is he the test subject?
Are you talking about Leo?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Is he 67?
I think he might be number 67, yeah.
He's a U.S. Marshal.
You never worked with him before, have you?
Because everything has seemed too convenient up until this point, till he just said that.
She's dead.
Let her go.
Tell him about the day you brought me my locket.
You gotta do it.
I can't.
You have to let her go. I can't. Then you'll never leave this island.
Revenge or the truth?
He's not in this ward. He's transferred. If he's not in Ward A, there's only one place he can be.
Wait, I thought they were in Ward C.
They are, so is he saying?
Lighthouse.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting year for Jackie Earle Haley because he did this and he did Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street this year. And this is a far superior film.
His intake form. The only thing in his files. Yeah, take a look.
I'll look at it later.
What's the matter, boss?
I'll look it over later, that's all.
Not trusting him
Yeah,
anymore.
not after what he heard.
You brought me into this, boss, and now we're trapped here on this rock. No one to rely on but each other. Now you're acting like
what? Like what?
Like you're crazy.
Damn it! I knew it wouldn't take long, but I couldn't get to it. The tide was up. Chuck! Chuck!
Leave the form for him? Or... Oh, no.
What is this? Like he jumped?
Oh,
God. Nope.
Wonder if Leist is in there. Oh, is that Emily?
Who are you?
I think it's Emily Mortimer.
I'm a cop.
It looks
You're
like
the marshal.
Laura. No, it's not her. It's a different lady.
I'm gonna keep this, if you don't mind.
It's fine by me.
Yeah.
Rachel Solando.
What?
The real one.
Oh.
Did you kill your children?
What?
I never had children.
What is going on?
And before I was a patient at Ashcliffe, I worked here.
What?
Oh.
Once you're declared insane, then anything you do is called part of that insanity. Reasonable protests or denial.
Survival instincts are.
You're smarter than you look, Marshal. I started asking about these large shipments of sodium amytal and opium-based hallucinogens.
Psychotropic drugs.
You ever heard of a transorbital lobotomy?
Oh, I was going to say, is it lobotomies?
They zap the patient with electroshock, then go through the eye with an ice pick.
Nope.
Pull out some nerve fibers.
I don't want to see that, please.
Please don't cut to that.
Just the description.
Recreate a man so he doesn't feel pain or love or sympathy.
The pain part I like, everything else
Yeah.
no.
I don't want to be a zombie.
To have that kind of ability, that kind of knowledge, that would take years.
Years of research. Hundreds of patients to experiment on.
Oh, they're experimenting on these. Okay. These are their guinea pigs.
The Nazis used the Jews, Soviets used prisoners in their own gulags, and we tested patients on Shutter Island.
Wow. So now he's got a moral decision, the truth or his wife's killer.
So that when they commit you here, your friends and colleagues.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Because he's been obsessed with his wife's death.
They can say that about anyone at all.
The point is, they're going to say it about you.
Yeah.
How's your head?
Oh, because of the migraines.
Yeah, tell us. They have been drugging him.
I am prone to migraines, yes.
You haven't taken any pills. I mean, even aspirin.
The aspirin.
You ate the food in the cafeteria and drank the coffee they gave you. Lisa, you've been smoking your own cigarettes. It takes 36 to 48 hours for neuroleptic narcotics to reach workable levels in the bloodstream.
No.
Uh-oh.
Tell me what goes on in that lighthouse.
Brain surgery. Now let's open the skull and see what happens if we pull on this kind.
Oh, God.
Who knows about this?
Everyone?
Everyone.
Wow.
Total conspiracy. I guess we know we have that German doctor, too.
I had a friend. I was with him yesterday, but we got separated. Have you seen him?
You have no friends.
Cold, hard truth.
But that scene definitely filled in a lot of blanks.
Yeah. That.
Crowley thinks you're harmless, that you can be controlled, but I know different.
You don't know me.
Oh, but I do.
You don't know
I know you. We've known each other for centuries.
What?
If I was to sink my teeth into your eye right now, would you be able to stop me before I blinded you?
Only one way to find out.
Give it a try.
Ah.
Apparently, there was an unidentified man in Ward C yesterday. He subdued a highly dangerous patient quite handily.
This noise, you said his name was, he's delusional.
Oh, extremely. A patient got so wound up by one of Noyce's stories that he beat him up.
Are they talking about him?
You seen him, Doctor?
Whom?
Is he gonna act like he's never came?
Right, like...
You don't have a partner, Marshal. You came here alone.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Max von Sydow.
Going somewhere?
Heading out to the ferries.
I'm afraid it's the other way. If you'll wait a moment, I'll find you someone who can take you to the dock.
Oh.
Oh, no. Ah!
What's this?
It's just a sedative. What you going to do? Kill me? Provoking you? Well, forgive me. What doesn't provoke you? Wounds can create monsters. You are wounded, Marshal.
Stab him. Yeah.
All right.
Got a lot of drugs kicking in. Are you in a position to drive?
What are you doing, baby? You gotta get to the ferry.
If the world thinks that Chuck is dead, then he's perfect for their experiments.
Oh, he's gonna burn the car.
I love this thing because you gave it to me. The truth is, it was one ugly tie.
I actually thought it was quite cute.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Oh. Whoa.
Wow.
That was a really cool and interesting shot.
Yeah.
How do you get to that lighthouse?
Yeah, right?
You just got to swim there?
I guess so.
Yeah, it's not like it's super, super far.
Well, it's probably freezing.
Like we said earlier in the film, he's used to cold waters.
Yeah. Wow. Such a looming shot there.
Whoa.
All right. God, is there not going to be anything in here?
Maybe it's hidden. It's just not in
Yeah.
plain sight. Oh, it's really hitting him hard. Because you said, what, 36 to 48 hours, right?
Yeah.
The rifle's empty, by the way.
Oh, he's
my goodness.
So he's the patient?
He is the experiment.
Yes, he's here. Have Dr. Sheehan take a look at your man before you send him up.
Oh, Dr. Sheehan.
Get out of here, Teddy. This place is gonna be the end of you.
Huh? What the f is this?
Chlorpromazine. The same thing we've been giving you for the past 24 months.
What?
You've been here
What?
for 2 years. A patient of this institution.
So how was he on that boat that was in his mind?
I guess. And the Mark Ruffalo.
You were a U.S. Marshal. You broke into Ward C4, proof of the 67th patient. Notice anything these 4 names have in common?
Oh.
Edward Daniels has exactly the same 13 letters as Andrew Laeddis, the same as Rachel Solando and Dolores Chanal. Your name is Andrew Laeddis. The 67th patient at Ashcliffe is you, Andrew.
We got that part right.
Your crime is terrible. One you can't forgive yourself for, so you invented another self.
Oh, did he
killed
do
his
his own
wife?
wife? Oh. Did they have kids?
Because the little girl.
Yeah, I think he did. His kids.
But you're violent, trained, dangerous. You're the most dangerous patient we have. I have a transcript of the conversation you had with Noyce yesterday. This is about you and Laeddis.
If he's as violent as he's claiming, why is he allowed to be in the room with him?
Right.
You did this.
No, he meant that it was my
You
fault.
almost killed him. We can bring you back to sanity now. Permanent measures will be taken to ensure you can't hurt anyone ever again.
Oh, my God.
But what about my partner? You gonna tell the U.S. Marshal's office that he's a defense mechanism?
Ah.
What?
Who are you? Tell me.
Don't you recognize me, Andrew? I've been your primary psychiatrist for the last 2 years.
What?
I'm Lester Sheehan.
Oh.
All right.
That is incredible.
Okay.
What a twist.
If we fail with you, then everything that we've tried to do here will be discredited. Everything.
That's the important thing.
Oh, God.
This one's loaded. I can tell by the weight. My initials are on the side. There's a dent in the barrel from when Philip Stack shot him.
Then blast away. The only way you're ever getting off this island.
What?
Andrew, please don't.
Oh, what? What? What?
Didn't we just see blood splatter?
What? Yeah. What is... It's fake? What? Oh.
You lying! You just all you got is lies!
Your children, Andrew, your children.
Oh, so they were his children. Yep.
You never had any children.
Your wife drowned them.
Oh, it was his wife, wasn't him.
We got him just outside Oklahoma. Must have stopped 10 places in between here and Tulsa. I could sleep for a week.
Dolores!
No.
Dolores?
Well, makes sense now why she's always wet in his.
Yeah.
Where are the kids?
They're in school.
Is it summertime?
Yeah, it's like sick.
It's Saturday. Honey, school's not in on Saturday.
My school is.
Oh my God. That's.
Nope.
Was
She's
a crazy delivery.
demented. Yeah.
No, please, God. Please, God, no! No!
Wow.
Let's put them at the table, Andrew. We'll dry them off. We'll change their clothes. Tomorrow we could take them on a picnic. Set me free. I love you too. I love you so much. I love you like.
What? Oh.
Andrew.
Oh.
Rachel.
Oh.
Rachel.
Wow.
Whoa.
Rachel?
These are crazy twists going on here.
Why are you here?
Because I killed my wife.
Why did you do that?
She murdered our children.
Who's Teddy Daniels?
He doesn't exist. Neither does Rachel Solano. I made them up.
Why did you make them up?
Because I can't take knowing that Dolores killed our children. I killed them because I didn't get her help.
I need to know you've accepted reality.
My name's Andrew Laeddis, and I murdered my wife in the spring of '52.
Wow.
So what's our next move? You tell me.
Gotta get off this rock, Chuck. Get back to the mainland. Whatever the hell's going on here, it's bad.
Lobotomy on him.
Don't worry about it. They're not gonna catch us.
That's right, we're too smart for them.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
I feel like he's saying that. DiCaprio's saying that on purpose to him.
Yeah, I'm like, is he actually regressing or is it a fake regression?
I feel like it's a fake regression.
You know, this place makes me wonder.
He's Sarah Connoring it out of there.
Which would be worse? To live as a monster or to die as a good man?
Either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I knew. I was like, are we not going to know? They're going to just black out, right?
Oh, no.
I knew it. Oh, my God.
How do you do that?
Wow.
This is definitely one of those films where, I mean, because you're processing so much information the first time you watch it.
I don't think I said one word towards the end.
Yeah,
I just
I was just like,
yeah, ditto.
yeah, because not a lot keeps you and I usually mute.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, this is one of those. I mean, I love a good mystery film, and I love the psychological aspects of this film. Very much so, but this is definitely one of those films where you got to watch it a second, third, or even fourth time to pick up different layers of things that were, again, because there's so much stuff being thrown at you from the first time. You're like I said, there were times where it's like, okay, blanks are being filled in now. But I mean, the twists and the turns, I know we were able to process that, okay, we're assuming Leo is 67th patient, but
right.
it was
that
more
was late into it. After he was talking to Noyce.
Yeah, that was once he got to Jackie Earle Haley's character of Noyce. But I mean, even once we deduced that, there was still so much more of the. I mean, because like when we were watching that, he was seeing the visions of his wife. I mean, I figured that was all from either PTSD, from missing her, and his war days, and also PTSD just from missing her as well, on top of the war stuff. But also when he was getting the visions of seeing the children, I'm like, why is he getting visions of what was Emily Mortimer's character? That was before the reveal of
Holocaust.
Yeah. But I mean,
or in as a victim.
Well, I figured that those were Emily Mortimer's children. You remember, because they said those were her 3 children.
Right.
I was like, why do we keep getting? Because I mean, I'm sure he feels terrible about what happened, but why do we keep getting? It was just such a smart way. I love the it's so many different plot twists. This movie just messed with my fittingly so messed with my mind. But what did you think of this film?
Oh God, I mean, it was great. I do agree that the setups of him flashing back to like his war days, and you said you were like, does he feel a sense of responsibility in regards to like the war, even though he was just there? And it's like putting Emily's like in there with the girl. Brought it all back to like he does because he killed his wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much. Normally, I feel like in a movie, number one, I love the soundtrack. It's so huge and so epic. And every time they would get to the location, then it would just like stop. Which I really enjoyed. The cinematography, especially the crane shots, were amazing.
Yes.
And the sound design gave me so much anxiety. Every time I was lighting a match, it just was like you felt like you were right there lighting it, and it was going to burn your fingers.
Yeah.
All of those, it kept me on edge. And I feel like mainly most movies we could see what's coming.
Yeah.
And I did not. And everyone in here is just so brilliant and and grounded, and just normally when we watch movies, there's always like a character or two that you can kind of feel like, I feel like they're acting. And in this, I was never like, as an actor, right? I tend to notice those things more. And in this, it was never taken out by anybody. It just was so.
They were so in character. Like literally,
so much.
No, and I agree with you. Like just from all the sound design and the score. I'll have to look up when we're done.
Yeah,
but
we
the
need
score,
to see.
I just felt like, and also too, just again from the setting too. I felt anxiety and a sense of claustrophobic.
Yes.
Just from just everything happening. And even too, once we had deduced that he was the 67th patient, it didn't matter because there was so much else going on. From what we had learned with his wife, and then. That it was their children, and that all these names were just anagrams or whatever.
Right.
I mean, there was, again, I just loved all the twists. I loved what you mentioned too about the cinematography. It was the crane shots. It was just so beautifully done. Then there was some really nice zoom in shots as well. I also noticed too, it said when we were watching the credits here, that it said that they had a psychiatric consultant. You can tell there was a lot of care that went into this, because again, like, after just watching this and fresh talking about it, like this film was just such a mind trip.
Yeah.
Just really got to me in that way, because like I said, we don't usually not say anything when we're watching a movie.
Right, but I was just like,
it's one of those types of films.
Takes you in it.
Yeah, for sure. But DiCaprio, I mean, that guy just
he
never
knows.
ceases to amaze. His performance was incredible, and I mean, it's quite. I love seeing the progression of change too. Once we get the reveal starting to happen too, because you can tell
his
like
twitching and his eyes,
like not only all that too, and like his hair, just how everything just starts coming unglued. Like because when he first comes onto the island, we see that he gets seasick and all that. I mean, that's just a normal thing for a lot of people, but you can just see that sense of like authority and confidence when he comes on. Like he's gonna catch the Rachel or whoever's missing. And just like the sense of entitlement of, hey, I'm here to do a job. I'm going to do it and get off the island. And then like just getting crazier and losing like a sense of mobility and all that just in general. And I thought he just did such a great job of just like feeling that, like, just I felt so bad for his character, just like progressing throughout the film, watching him lose his mind, so to speak, literally. But just what a phenomenal performance. But and this film just did such a great job of, again, just repeating myself, even though we figured out he was the 60s. I had no idea what else was going on. I mean, there were so many times where I'm like, what's happening here? What's happening here? What's going on here? And then when it was real, I didn't see that coming. So I'm always happy when films can shock me, not only just shock me, but shock me in a satisfying way, to where it's, it services the storyline and the characters. And I thought this film just did that in phenomenal ways. This is really intriguing film, and I can't wait to see it again, because there were so many, like, this is again one of those films where you got to watch it a second, third time, where you're like, okay,
that way you can sort of pick out.
Yeah, because now you know the twist, you know what's coming. Now it's like, okay, now I can pick up on certain things that and I did mention earlier too, I know you're gonna have no idea what I'm talking about. I would assume, because I know the show ended in 2011 on season 10. This is where my crazy memory comes up. But I'm talking about Smallville. There was an episode of Smallville that they did, I believe it was season 6, where Clark Kent, I think you know who that is, Tom Welling's Clark Kent. He was in a psych ward. It was a phantom where Jor-El keeps them. And anyways, he was in like a psych ward. It was a very similar storyline to this. So my mind kept on going back to this. It didn't quite end as similarly as this, but the way this ended, I was like, it's so ambiguous. But it
really
is. But also too, if you remember, do you remember the opening shot opened, even though it was foggy, it opened on a white light. Mm-hmm. So it was very, when I watched it the second time, I was almost like, is this kind of a dream-esque, like, you know what I mean, opening kind of thing? Because
is this setting us up so that at the end we know, like, was this all a dream?
Yeah, well, or in his head, right?
Yeah.
Type of thing. So, there was just a very, very interesting film. Like I said, Mind Trip. DiCaprio was phenomenal. All the actors were
so good.
All-star cast too. Amazing. I mean, when you got Scorsese and DiCaprio, I'm sure everyone's gonna be like,
please let me be in it for sure.
Seriously, all the all-stars are gonna want to join. But the setups, the writing, the cinematography, the music, the sound design, the acting, the twists. There's just so many different things I could praise about this movie.
I know, especially like towards the end though too, with Michelle, when they actually displayed the killing of how she did it and how it was revealed of her coming up to him and her saying, mine's not like her, it's not a school day or whatever that line is. She's saying it's a school day for her, and then you cut to the kids. You're setting it up really for him as like a human being, realizing that is the moment that has led him so far. Because before, seeing all this and us going, maybe he's a 67th patient, kept us guessing why he would be that person. Even hearing like the stories or whatnot, it wasn't until like you're really placed with them there at the end, seeing how it was revealed that that was his wife, made it gave him a little more like of the humanity. So when you hear him confess to saying, I killed my wife because she murdered my 3 children, and then we see him sort of acting like, I gotta get off this rock, man. I gotta get out of here. Whatever's happening is not good. You're like, is he regressing or is he faking? And I'm like, wouldn't be surprised if he's regressing, because a lot of what he just said is so much, and they gave us a picture into that, right?
Yeah. Do you remember I'm sorry, but do you remember what that note, I know the note had the 67, but it had something about the number 4, right? The only reason I mentioned that is because it was his 3 children and his wife,
her.
Right? So that's the 4,
Yes.
and then he's the 67th. So I assume that's the pair. Okay.
Yep.
And also too, they did show us at the beginning when he was in the I believe it's the first night he was staying there. If you remember, she was dripping wet in the dream or whatever, and then he was dripping. And we're like, wait, how did that happen? And then we saw that the water was coming in. But I think they were setting us up, because she had drowned the children, and then he'd gone into the water. So
Yeah.
I mean, there was just so, like, again, that's when you watch the movie again, you're going to notice these things.
That's why it's like he's saying, I just don't do well with water. In the beginning, it adds it all
there you
up.
go.
And you're
There
like,
you go.
yeah, you're,
Now,
you're
makes
literally screwed
Yeah.
from, like, water in general.
Makes
bad.
I didn't even think
Right?
about that. I'm glad.
PTSD.
Yeah, makes total. I was making the Titanic joke at the beginning, which
Yeah.
still makes sense. But
Yeah.
no, that makes. I didn't even think about that. But had you not said that when I'd watched now the second time, like, okay, now I'm understanding now why if he's anywhere near water, he's gonna like feel vomity or feel sick
Or not well.
Yeah, not well because there would be major PTSD anywhere near any kind of water, body of water. So yeah,
And
that
God,
makes total sense.
The ending too, with the nurse coming out, you see it in the napkin. It looks like the long needle that they're gonna.
Yeah,
right there in the old eye.
I'm just
And
glad they didn't show that.
I'm glad they didn't do that either. And you just kind of go, yeah, cutting to the lighthouse, we see the fate that awaits us, I guess. But it's funny because they're saying when they were in the lighthouse before it was all revealed, saying you're kind of our last chance to prove that what we're doing here is good, right? That what they're doing is a good thing. And then the thing at the end, I'm like, but does that mean they're gonna lobotomize him? Because they're trying to fight against doing that, right?
Well, yeah, that's
but that was the
ambiguous thing.
last. That was their last ditch effort, right?
Have you seen? Just curious because I don't want to spoil it for you, but have you seen Total Recall with Arnold or no?
Think so, but it's been a long time, and I might not have.
Because the ending, just with how ambiguous it was, without going into spoilers in case you ever do react to it, because it's been a while. The ending with how ambiguous and talking about lobotomization, just very similar. I'm not accusing them of copying anyway. Just right. Reminded me how similar it was to the ending of Total Recall with Arnold. Just how ambiguous and talking about lobotomization and all that. So interesting, but yeah. But again, just. That was an interesting point you threw out as well in terms of at the very beginning. I didn't even think about that when he was on the ship and he was getting sick there just with the water. So again, they're just setting us up. But I think also Scorsese did that as well, not only to set us up, but hey, we know you're going to watch this a second, therd, or fourth time. Now when you watch this is why he's getting sick here.
Yeah, absolutely. So. I mean, 8.5 out of 10. Maybe even 9. I don't know. It's a great film. Everybody in this is so freaking good. The score is great.
Yeah.
The direction, the shots, everything just draws you in. I'm like, it's just like it's a 10 out of 10 type of a film. I mean, I don't know really anything wrong with it, except I got mad. I wanted, even though it's such a long movie, at the end, I still was like, I felt it coming where you just see the lighthouse and they're going to cut out of it.
Yeah.
But I wanted a little more of it.
Yeah.
But great film.
I'd probably go between an 8.8 and a 9, somewhere in that range. I mean, it was a real good character study, psychological mystery film, just so many different things, and Scorsese once again
beautiful.
Never ceases to amaze. Just directed the hell out of this. Him and DiCaprio, such a good team. Those guys, they can do no wrong together. But I really enjoyed this film. I'm looking forward to watching it again. Just picking up on things I didn't catch the first time. Just again, I assume like many of you, just there's so much information to pick up the first time, just like anything you watch, but especially with a film like this. And also, too, I wasn't expecting it to be so heavy-handed. Not going to lie, I didn't know too much about this movie. I just knew it took place on an island, which is not too much of a stretch because it's called Shutter Island.
Yeah.
And there was some psychological aspects, but I had no idea there's a wife and there was all this. And I just didn't know it was going to be so heavy-handed. But they handled it in, such a satisfying way and such a mature way. And it was just a really well done film. And again, Scorsese and DiCaprio, another winner for them. Fantastic job. So I would say 8.8 to 9, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, and
Fantastic
also
film.
if anybody wants to edit together like a montage of those beautiful flashback shots, every one of those shots was pure art, beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Just gorgeous.
And the dream sequences, doing the flashback. Oh, God. Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
chef's kiss.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Mean, I think that's it. You got any last words? I mean, we like this. This is a beautiful piece of film art.
No.
Is that my phone? I think it was. If it kept going off, I'm sorry. Hope you guys didn't hear it.
No, just again, fantastic job by Scorsese, DiCaprio, all the other actors that they got. Score, cinematography, sound design, everything pristine.
Thumbs up.
Fantastic art in this film. So great film. Glad I got to react to it with you. And
Good
to all
times.
you citizens of the Reject Nation, thank you for joining us. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.